Hey, shalom, all praises be unto Yahawashi and Zacchaeus, double honor unto the elder apostles, the elder bishops at Great Millstone who are well to us his truth. Salutes and shalom to the 144,000 first rank within the elect and the rest of the elect. And this lesson is pretty much going to be a quick, short one, but it's based on being the influence rather than the influenced. Because, yes, we're sent to the lost sheep of the house of Israel, alright, to preach unto the elect that the Lord may rule them in. But it's important that when preaching to people that aren't yet converted, as it were, we are the influence and not the influenced. Okay, and the same thing goes for when we were on the other side, brothers came up to the camp, or brothers watched the elder apostles, the elder bishops on down, things of that nature. We were influenced, we weren't the influence, okay. You're not gonna go up to the house of the Lord and get man or men to be on the bullshit of the world that you were previously on, or I was previously on. It's very much a thing of get with the program or get lost. So now us brothers are in the truth. We have to have that same mentality in it. This more so goes for in our personal lives, man. We got to be the influence rather than be the influenced, because we come across a lot of people, and if we're not careful, if we're not staying on our watch and on our guard, things can easily turn around for the worse, and that's not what we've been put on the earth to do. We've been put on the earth to be the light and not the darkness, okay? The salt and not the sand, man. The influencers and not the influenced, okay? And Yahawashi, he had the ability to hang around people that weren't yet like him, and that serves many lessons in one. But what I'll particularly focus on here is that essentially Yahawashi was an influencer rather than being influenced. He didn't hang around people that weren't yet walking in truth and righteousness and then become like them. No, he had a positive impact on them to be more like him. Now this is the book of Luke chapter 19, and I'll start from verse 2, and it says, "And behold, there was a man named Zacchaeus, which was the chief among the publicans, and he was rich." Because you had particular Israelites that had occupations which had them under the sect of being called publicans. One of the apostles was, I believe, Matthew. He was up in the financial realm as well, and he was considered a publican, okay, and he sought to see Yahawashi, who he was, and could not for the press, because he was little of stature. Now the press is talking about the throng of people, and Zacchaeus was a short man, so he couldn't see, obviously being overtowered by the people. And when Yahawashi came to the place, he looked up and saw him. I skipped to verse 4. And he ran before and climbed up into a sycamore tree to see him, for he was to pass that way. And when Yahawashi came to the place, he looked up and saw him, and said unto him, Zacchaeus, make haste and come down, for today I must abide at thy house. And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. So they saluted one another in joy. And now, when you look at ancient customs, to enter into the house of someone it wasn't just any old thing. It could either be an honor to enter in, or it could be a dishonor to enter in, And when a person wasn't reputable, they it was considered like you'd never step foot in their house, man. Okay, so that was a big thing in ancient customs, man. You know, whose house have you been in? If you've been in someone's house that's known to be someone you don't want to be around, that's a dishonor to your family name. Okay, so for the Lord to say openly, "I'm coming to your house," you know, that was a big thing. People was talking about that, man. And he made haste and came down and received him joyfully. And when they saw it, they all murmured, saying that he is gone to be a guest, or to be guest with a man that is a sinner. See, so they were talking shit about Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus stood and said unto the Lord, Behold, Lord, the half of my goods I give to the poor. And if I have taken anything from any man by false accusation, I restore him fourfold. Which is spiritual, because number 4, mercy. So him restoring the goods was a mercy unto him. And Yahawashi said unto him, This day is salvation come to this house, for as much as he also is a son of Abraham. For the Son of Man is come to seek and to save that which was lost. Okay, you know, so just the fact that Yahawashi said to Zacchaeus, I'm going to kick it with you today, you know, I'm going to come and chill with you, you know, that was enough for Zacchaeus to turn around from being a bit of a crook, man, you know, and, you know, he was a bit of a con artist, man. He'll sell you something, man, the shit don't work, but he's got your money, he's taking your money and all kind of things. That was the type of man Zacchaeus was, you know, money savvy. Okay, had a lot of it. Scripture just read it. He said he was rich, you know, but how he got and attained his riches wasn't the best of ways. But just by Yahawashi saying, you know what, I'm coming to your house today, you know. Yeah, the people looked at him bad, but it had a positive influence on Zacchaeus, man, you know. So, again, you know, I'm not saying, you know, hey, brothers, go chill with people that are off and things of that nature, but we have to use spiritual discernment, man. Sometimes your presence alone, you know, and a small conversation alone is enough to set someone on the right path. Because, number one, you're not going to stoop to their level of bullshit. You're going to be the influencer and not the influenced. Yahawashi was an influence to join the pyramid scheme and make cash and make bread and be an accessory to Zacchaeus in his endeavors. No. Yahawashi was the influencer, and he influenced Zacchaeus to turn and to pay people back. Okay? He influenced him onto salvation. Okay? The Lord said it. This day is salvation coming to this house, man. You know, so that's just a few things to think about, man. We've been put on the earth to be a influence and not the influence, man. Because if you're not careful, you know, before you know it, man, you know, the crowd you're around can have you going in the wrong direction. So we're always to walk in the spirit of truth and be a positive influence rather than be influenced. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap up here, man. Shalom.